guys. Welcome to a kind of special edition of Make It Make Sense with Monique Presley. I am in Houston. I'm outside, as you can see, of the Harris County Criminal Justice Center. We were just inside to receive the verdict of the jury in the case of the state of Texas versus Dela Cruz. And Dela Cruz, the officer who killed Pamela Turner, an unarmed black woman who was in a mental health crisis, has been found not guilty by the jury. The manner in which the case was handled, the things that were kept from the jury directly affected the way that this case was decided. This would have been, if he had been found guilty, would have been the first time that an officer has been convicted for the killing of a black woman, but we were denied that even again today. I want to take you to get reaction from some people who are here, who are a part of the case, and then we can go from there. I'll go this way first. I have got the triumvirate. I'll see if I can get one of them to talk. I'm live, Tamika. I'm live.
No.
I'm live.
Oh,
Here's my sis.
you got live. Wow, that's great.
I did. I
How
walked
you
away
doing?
out there. Guys, Tamika may have some thoughts. I explained the situation and what we're dealing with and how black women were denied justice again today. Any thoughts?
And I said to you that it's not just black women, but a black woman with mental health challenges. And we know that, every sort of challenge or anything that we're facing, it helps us, it moves us further and further away from justice. So the fact that she had a mental health issue made it even harder, and it was like her life is just disregarded. She doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
And it's really just so unfortunate to be here and to learn. Even I didn't know some of the things that I know now, and I came knowing that she should not have been killed. So I was already, advocating for justice for her just based upon the little bit of information that I had, to get here and learn that there were so many other details in terms of the relationship between her and this officer and him harassing her several times. That, and just learning that, to me, for a judge not to allow that into the case is crazy, because to me that is the point.
Yeah.
It shows me that it was premeditated what happened here. And it really, the charge was never even murder to begin with. You were only trying to get assault.
Yeah.
So how could that not be? I mean, it's so clear what's happening. Anyone out there, especially black folks, who deny that this system is corrupt and racist, is troubling. It's scary, because, and I hope it doesn't come your way, knock on your door, because, Pam Turner could have been any one of our family members who was, just dealing with mental health issues. And to know that this man, that there were 3 warrants. First of all, he was there to fulfill a warrant, or however you say that, at night, at 10 o'clock at night, with no backup.
Well, he chose to do it, though. That's the thing. He targeted her. He knew that she and the landlord had gotten into it earlier in the day, and he saw her and chose to check her name and start that altercation with her. So he walked toward her death that night. She wasn't bothering nobody
there to give an account. Not that they would anyway go against whatever he says, but there's no one else there to give their side of the story or to be there to help. I mean, and he lived in the community, and they didn't think that was important. So I did not know you could patrol in exactly the same complex that you live in.
Yeah, they let you live there for free in exchange for security.
That's just,
yeah.
It's just so much about this system that is corrupt. But you know what was so crazy? Linda noticed it. But we sat down in the courtroom. Above the jury's head is like white cowboys on horses.
Texas.
Which is it's Texas, but it's also a representation of something in our history that means like the death, murder, and abuse and oppression of Africans
still being
in this
exalted
country.
in our
and it was
courtrooms.
above their head.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Well, guys, we have some other people here who may want to talk, give their thoughts. I'm going to give them an opportunity to do so. Linda, you have anything you want to share?
I'm not surprised, Monique. That's the saddest part. Not surprised. This country does not surprise me at all, and that's what makes it sad. But it still can't be the norm. Like, imagine you're a daughter and a granddaughter, and you're sitting in a courtroom, and somebody looks you in the eye and says that somebody's not guilty for murdering your mother and grandma. Like, I mean, I don't even know. I'm ashamed to say that I don't even know how I can't even tell them, like, I know how you put that on.
No. And guys, that is what happened. Like, as soon as it happened, you know, you can't do outbursts in the courtroom. I know my hair's looking crazy. You can't do outbursts in the courtroom because the judge will throw you out and all this and all of that. And so they had to walk out in order to just collapse and sob. And there's no consoling that, you know. I mean, it's just a renewing of an injury. Over and over again. Yeah, the sister did say.
She said that you ripped out my heart twice. First you shot and ripped my heart out, and then you came back with this not guilty verdict, and you pulled my heart out again.
Yeah, and then the judge did it again, because make no mistake about it, I'm gonna say what some won't be able to say. In this case, there was an opportunity for the jury to hear all of what happened that night and all of the history of it, and they were not allowed to. The rulings were not in their favor. I wish the two prosecutors who worked really hard, who were black prosecutors who worked to try this case, I wish they were still here, but they're not. But I can try. Attorney Crump, I'm live. Can you just say something for a minute? Do you have any thoughts you want to share?
Once again, America and the justice system has found a way to intellectually justify the killing of yet again another black woman. Never once in the history of America has a police officer been found guilty of a felony conviction by a jury for the police killing a black woman in America. In 2022, never has a police officer been found guilty by a jury of a felony conviction for killing a black woman. Let that sink in. How many black women they've killed, and never have they said it was unjustified.
So that's where we are, guys. People, make no mistake about it, are upset, are disgusted, are enraged. Let me check and see. I don't know. Congresswoman, do you want... I'm going to see if she wants to make any remarks. Excuse me. I'm going to see. Congresswoman, do you want to make any comment? I'm just live on my show telling them what happened. If you have anything you want to say. We thank God for Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, who never doesn't show up for us. And this is one of those times where she's here for this family.
I'm standing here as a black woman, but I'm standing here because this family is my family. Every family in this predicament should have the comfort of knowing that America accepts that they deserve justice. They cannot be alone. And this family did not receive justice because of a failed justice system. This decision was inadequate and it was without justice, because how do you proceed in a case when you don't describe the victim, when you don't give the victim dignity, when you don't let them know that she worked for 20 years in the medical field, she was a provider for her family. But as we all know, family members come upon difficult times, and she did experience mental health issues. She had mental health issues. None of that, her dignity, who she was allowed into the proceedings for the jury to be able to have a full record when they went in for decisions. That's what you call an injustice. That's what you call a denial of the family of justice. And so the fight now continues. I frankly believe that this is a case for the U.S. Department of Justice, both in terms of denial of her civil rights and as well as a possible criminal case under federal law when her civil rights have been denied. I just end with this. The courts are supposed to render justice and mercy. In this instance, Pamela Turner deserved justice and mercy because I just have you envision a woman on the ground, a human being on the ground, away from any potential danger that that individual would offer. She was no threat, and she was on the ground, and her precious daughter and family have to see that she was shot 5 times. Just imagine being in the shoes of the family. Now, our commitment today is that no justice was rendered, but I can assure you that this fight must go on because it is a fight for every black woman, every person that comes under the eye of this justice. I thought Lady Justice was supposed to be balanced, and the only way she can be is if we stay in this fight for justice. Don't let anyone tag you as anti this or anti that. No, you are a lover of justice. Chelsea, I love you. I love this family, and your mother is worthy. Chelsea's mother is worthy. Her baby's grandmother is worthy. We're worthy.
Thank you, Congresswoman. We appreciate you. Okay, guys. I see my sis over here. Do you want to talk or no? I'm on live on my show, and I have with me Pamela Turner's sister, who did an admirable job with the press today. But I want you to talk to some people who have love for you.
All right, thank you all for your support. It's a slap in the face, but we're not finished yet.
No, we're not. That's the part. That's the part. And guys, what she said, I told you. She said that, going through this with the family, you go through it every time you don't get justice. It's like you grieve the death all over again, already grieving, but you feel another death because they're dishonoring the memory and not doing right by any of us. Because what she is going through, I'm going through. What I'm going through, Congresswoman Lee is going through. What Congressman Jackson Lee is going through, Tamika is going through, because we are in this together.
Thank you all.
And so I'm not going to bother Chelsea right now. If she decides she has something she wants to say later, she can. But I just wanted to, with my hair all over my head, bring you guys this update. And I will, if I have more later, I will bring you that then. But please keep this family in prayer. Keep them in prayer. Keep all of us in prayer, because this jury was mixed. It wasn't like it was an all-white jury or anything like that. But the jury can only do what they can do with the facts that are presented to them. And there was an intentional effort to keep out relevant facts. And so Congressman Jackson Lee is right. The fight continues. The fight continues. All right.